What's up, everyone? With Andor Season 2 finally here, let's get you fully caught up with what went down in Season 1. This is your Andor Season 1 recap, the gritty, grounded Star Wars story that made us care about everyday people caught in the Empire's grip. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. 5 years before the Death Star casts its shadow, a thief becomes a spark. No Jedi, no Force. Before he was the hero of Scarif, Cassian Andor was just surviving, dodging security on Ferrix, running from ghosts of Kenari, and chasing a sister lost to time. But fate had other plans. Murder, rebellion, heists, betrayals, prisons, and the growing fire of resistance. This isn't just a recap. It's the origin story of a rebel who didn't want to fight until the Empire gave him no choice. Let's rewind everything you need to know before Andor Season 2 drops, because when the Empire tightens its grip, rebellion is inevitable. Cassian's life on Ferrix and Morlana. Season 1 kicks off 5 years before the Death Star is even a thing. Cassian is searching for his long-lost sister, and that hunt takes him to Morlana 1. Things get intense fast. He ends up killing 2 Pre-Mor security officers. One was an accident, the other, not so much. Now he's on the run and heads back to Ferrix, where he's been living with his adoptive mother, Marva, her quirky droid, B2EMO, and his buddy Brasso. Cassian's got a stolen Imperial Starpath unit, basically a piece of high-level navigation tech. He asks his friend Bix to help him find a buyer. She agrees, but her boyfriend Tim, not thrilled, suspicious, jealous. Makes a really bad choice later. Meanwhile, over at Pre-Mor Security, Deputy Inspector Cyril Karn is taking Cassian's case way too seriously. His boss wants to ignore it, but Cyril is obsessed with doing things by the book. He traces Cassian's ship to Ferrix and figures out Cassian is originally from Kenari. We get flashbacks to young Cassian. Back then, he was called Cassa, living with a tribe on Kenari. When a ship crashes nearby, he goes off to explore it, leaving his little sister behind. That decision, huge ripple effect.
Tell me what to do! Let's hear it!
Luthen, the heist setup. Back in the present, things escalate fast. Tim, still suspicious of Cassian, secretly reports him to Pre-Mor. Cyril and his squad show up on Ferrix to make the arrest. Cassian's trying to skip town, but then, bam. Luthen Rael shows up. He's the buyer Bix called, but he's not just looking for tech. He wants Cassian to join the rebellion. He's seen Cassian's skills, sabotage, theft, slipping through the Empire's fingers. He knows Cassian's got what it takes. While they're talking, Cyril and the security team arrive. Huge shootout. Bix tries to help but gets caught. Tim rushes in and is killed. The escape pod the security forces came in on, blown up by Brasso. Cassian and Luthen escape. Cyril is absolutely humiliated. Flashback again. After the crash on Kenari, Marva and her husband Clem find young Cassa. She decides to take him off-world, fearing what'll happen if the Republic shows up first. The Aldhani heist Luthen brings Cassian to the remote planet Aldhani. The job? Help a group of rebels steal the Imperial payroll for an entire sector. The twist? He's using the name Clem, his adoptive father's name, and no one in the group knows Luthen sent him. The crew? Super suspicious, especially a guy named Skeen. Terramin is their tactical lead, Vel is the boss, and they're all tense. They're planning to hit a heavily guarded garrison and escape during a rare celestial event in the sky. Meanwhile, on Coruscant, we meet Mon Mothma, still a senator but secretly funding the rebellion. Luthen pretends to be an antique dealer and meets with her in secret. She's struggling at home. Her husband's tone deaf and her daughter is distant. Political life under the Empire. Not fun. Back to the heist. Cassian eventually admits he's only there for the money. Tensions rise, but Vel keeps him on. The mission is a go.
We use the same rope to hang you, whether it's for a plasma coil or 20 million credits.
The heist and its fallout. The big moment, the team infiltrates the garrison with help from Gorn and Imperial officers secretly working with them. They take the Commandant's family hostage and force their way into the vault. The escape doesn't go smoothly. Terramin and Gorn are killed. Cinna is left behind. Cassian, Vel, Skeen, and Nemik manage to get away, but Nemik gets crushed by a pallet of credits during takeoff. They head to a nearby planet to try and save him. While Vel's trying to get medical help, Skeen pulls Cassian aside and suggests they bail with the money. Just split it. Cassian sees right through him and shoots him dead. He tells Vel what happened, takes the cut he was promised, and walks away. Vel gives him Nemik's manifesto, a collection of rebellious ideas and ideals that may end up changing Cassian more than anything else. Back on Coruscant, the Empire is scrambling. The ISB, kind of like the Empire's CIA, is cracking down. Dedra Meero, one of the officers, is piecing together that there's something bigger happening. Coordinated thefts, a growing threat, and Luthen, he hears the heist was a success and just quietly smiles. Cassian's fall, and the Empire's grip tightens. We start with Cyril Karn, who's now stuck in a mind-numbing desk job at the Bureau of Standards on Coruscant. But the real action? It's with the ISB. Colonel Wolf Yularen gives them more surveillance power, and Dedra Meero finally gets control over the Ferrix situation after defending her investigation from Blevin. Meanwhile, Luthen Rael, our shadowy rebel spy master, is making cold moves. He sends Vel to kill Cassian because he knows too much, can't have any loose ends. Back to Mon Mothma. She reconnects with her banker friend Tay Kolma, trying to sneak rebel funds out of her family's accounts without raising suspicion, but she's walking a political tightrope. Cassian, meanwhile, returns to Ferrix and finds his name isn't exactly being celebrated. People blame him for the Empire's crackdown. Stormtroopers are everywhere, and the memory of his adoptive father Clem's execution by clone troopers still haunts him. He tries to get Marva to flee, but she's staying, determined to fight. So Cassian bounces to the beach world of Naimos, using the fake name Keef Gergo, but just walking near a store gets him wrongfully arrested by a shore trooper and sentenced to 6 years. Classic Empire. He's shipped off to Narkina 5, a high-tech prison built for forced labor. Cassian ends up on a work floor led by Kino Loy, who's just trying to survive. But when they find out that released prisoners are actually being recycled and killed to cover it up, Cassian and Kino start planning a way out. Vel and Cinna arrive on Ferrix looking for Cassian, while Bix tries to contact Luthen for help, but he ignores her call. He's already meeting with Saw Gerrera, trying to organize an airstrike to support a rebel raid at Spellhouse. Saw says no. Dedra gets more brutal. She captures Bix and has her tortured for info. They suspect Cassian was involved in the Aldhani heist, but can't link him to Luthen, still known only as Axis. The spark of rebellion and Cassian's turning point back in prison, things hit a breaking point. An old inmate, Ulaf, dies just before his release. The truth comes out. No one's leaving Narkina 5. That's when Cassian and Kino go all in. Cassian sabotages the system, they flood the floor, and the prisoners rise up. Kino rallies the facility, but then drops the gut punch. He can't swim. He stays behind. Cassian escapes. Mon Mothma, now in a bind, turns to Davos Skolden, a sketchy dude offering to help fund the rebellion in exchange for a marriage arrangement between their kids. Mon's horrified, but her daughter, Leida, she's already into the old Chandraland customs. Luthen's ISB informant, Lonnie Young, warns him the Empire knows about Krieger's raid. Luthen lets it happen to protect his mole, sacrificing Krieger's entire team. Then, Marva dies. Ferrix plans a funeral, and the Empire sees it as the perfect trap for Cassian. Everyone converges. Vel, Cinta, Luthen, Cyril, even Dedra's there, hoping to grab Cassian and uncover Axis. During the funeral, B2EMO plays Marva's final message, a fiery speech calling the people to rise up, and they do. Riots explode. In the chaos, Cassian rescues Bix. Cyril saves Dedra, and Luthen's team tries but fails to find Cassian. Cassian gets his people to safety, and then, in a bold move, he boards Luthen's ship and gives him a choice: kill me or take me in. Luthen just smiles.
I don't have the speed to make it, and now you want me to climb?
Our nerdy thoughts. From hunted fugitive to the edge of rebellion, Cassian's journey in Season 1 wasn't just about survival. It was the beginning of something bigger. The heist on Aldhani, the uprising on Ferrix, the breakout on Narkina 5, they weren't just plot lines, they were sparks. And Season 2? It's gonna be a wildfire. If this recap got you hyped, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and let me know in the comments. What moment from Season 1 hit you the hardest? Until next time, stay sharp, stay rebellious, and remember, the Empire is watching.